Alright, let's get started. What an absolute shit show of a week for myself, I've got to admit. And whose fault was it again? Well, my fault. But can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess what the source of the problem is, other than my own error? Yeah, it was silver. Ugh, silver. I'm really starting to think now. I mean, I was explaining this a few weeks ago. My concerns being that you've got this online movement for this asset, which is always deeply worrying, because then you've got hundreds of thousands of people who can be offloaded onto by the people who really move the markets around. But I was reading all this amazing analysis that, you know, I've never been big into having especially good reasons beyond technicals, to be honest, for trading anything. And here I was reading these amazing breakdowns of like the international monetary system and inflation, and we're going back to real money, and the price has been suppressed for so long. It should be this, you know, by historical standards, by its ratio against gold, it should be like this, and you know, the ratio against stocks, it's silver, it's due to go ballistic, and there's so many reasons, you know, industrial uses, the green revolution. I'm like, well, I can't argue with any of this, you know, I can't think of any reasons why this would be wrong, so it must be right. Let's see how far we are down from even a recent. Let's pick the high in May. Stupid ruler. This is the issue with Pro Real Time. You select a tool and click where there's already an existing object, and it tries to edit the object. 16%. So that's a practical bear market. And potentially that's an area to buy. But I mean, look at this inefficiency. Maybe this is all just too heavy and it's weighing on it, and we've got to come, oh god, $17, $18, something like that. Or, so anyway, what was I doing? Well, let's go down to the hourly. Yeah. So when I saw this candle, rather like last time, I ended up sort of semi-blowing my account. This candle falling like this into this sort of area here. I mean, I got long about here. And obviously I've been trying to buy anyway. I had a successful trade run from here to here. Took some of it back here, opened a new position here, and then refused to move my stop past break even, and got taken out somewhere around here for break even. And then on the way down, yeah, buying. Idiot. When we got to here, oh boy, I was buying. And again, even though I was saying to myself when I was doing my charting last week, I didn't do a video, but I was just doing it for myself. And I was thinking about how I know I shouldn't be trading really silver with my small account, because the size of the sort of minimum size, if you like, of an order, of the ticket is too much. It does too much damage if it goes wrong, and you go too crazy when it goes right with the gains, and you can't really scale in. Can't do your little martingale pocket trading. And taking partials on the way and that kind of thing. You can't really do it. So anyway, I got out, but I did. I'll show you why. Because we are down 16% from the highs, and we've got this channel, which seems pretty clear to me. We've got the midpoint of the channel, the middle rails, the bottom. and we came into right near the lows of this initiating move here, the initial part of this move here. So I thought, well, we're in a zone, we're in a buying zone, we're deep in this buying zone. We've had 1, 2, 3, so with the fourth touch or nearly on this channel bottom here. And we were seeing again like a little bit of positive divergence. Not an easy movement. If I pulled up RSI, regular RSI, you get the same thing. So we had divergence, we had channel bottom, we had buying area, demand area, whatever you want to call it. And I thought, you know what? So just before the close, somewhere in here, I've gone long again, with a very tight stop. So we'll see what happens. But that's ugly as sin. I mean, you look at it. I mean, whoops, wrong line. Somehow I got that one. Yeah, I mean, and you can position it so it's like a back test. So this high here was a back test of this breakdown. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. Well, it fits there nicely, that angle. Oh boy, so it looks terrible. It looks terrible on the weekly, doesn't it? I mean, it just looks terrible. What's there to say? I've been a fool. Looks like I'll continue to be a fool. Look at the daily. I mean, it's really starting to hurt now. On my account again. I'm so stupid. The thing is, if I had taken profits in the correct place from buying this move, I would have been up quite substantially. But there we go. That's the thing again. Like I was saying, the gains and the pain was amplified to a ridiculous degree. So anyway, on the daily, there's a potential positive divergence, and we're back at this 50% fib here. So I'm in it for a bounce, basically. Hopefully we don't just collapse on Sunday evening or Monday morning. Because from the 4-hour chart and the daily, I say there's a decent chance of some sort of rebound here. And I think technically that's a sound enough position to take. But again, it's one ticket. It's just, you know, it's not great. Now the markets. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, throughout this consolidation here, if you've been looking at measures of market breadth, that kind of thing, new highs minus new lows, NIAD, etc. They were all shitting the bed. They were going down, they were all declining. There was our key pivot. We can get rid of that now, I suppose. And turns out they weren't declining. You know, it's a leader decline in the stock market. They were just declining to reset, to wear some off, and they were all turned back up. And you know, there's the evidence in stocks. They've all just also turned. I've got some silly fucking indicators, to be honest. I created an MACD of the ease of movement, because why not? It was a fast MACD though, not like a slow 12.269. It was a 7.14.5. Yeah, so I mean, there's your rooftop. There's your other pivot. So stocks look like they might be going up again. Just in general, maybe just for foreseeable future, or well, you know, the breadth measures, the internals have gone positive again, so the rule would be buy pullbacks, buy breakouts, buy everything, just buy. So because I'm ruining my accounts again, and I'm oh, that's a nice line, isn't it? Look at that. That's very nice. Let's change that colour. Blue. Yeah. Very nice. If it fits, it fits. But if silver does take me out again, if I take another hit on that with my silly single ticket trading on Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, then that's it. You know, either I'll put the money back in my bank account and I enjoy my summer holiday a bit and try again in September with seriously no more. Maybe I'm a vampire and it's silver is killing me, but no more silly single ticket trading, I think would be the promise I'd have to make to myself. Because again, you know, I've already expressed my frustration with the fact that in other assets I was calling their moves correctly. You know, Bitcoin, the euro, the dollar, bonds, and then all the ones I wasn't trading. And the one I was trying to trade has just fucked me relentlessly. And I fucked myself, so. So yeah, stocks just buy. On buy. Have a look at the euro. There's sort of inverse proxy of the dollar. So this is the monthly. So our reason movement is still on blue, but declining, and it's got an ugly look to it. This could be like a double top. See a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and this could be like a little neckline here. And you can see how, strictly speaking, that's almost kind of like already been broken. Big chunky 4 pixels, yeah? But we're between this fib and this fib, which corresponds to this high here, which captured this, and this pivot area here. Deviations under which were sort of accumulations, but they're sort of. Remember, this is a monthly chart. This is actually, these are gigantic moves. Oops. We'll go with 3 pixels. 4's a bit much, that's just too much for Chunky Boy. Wonder if we can get anything. Not really. Similar thing, but on the weekly. There's our line. Let me check something. And we're back. Running a bath on this wet, rainy Sunday morning. Nice. And again, nothing especially revealing on the weekly. On the daily. So yeah, there's the monthly, there's the, well, we'll delete that line. We've already got them on the daily and the weekly and the monthly. So it's visible on the daily. So rather like other anti-dollar assets, we were just looking at silver, and again here was sort of, you know, we had not move, test, fail, and again here is like the inefficiency. This would be, you know, this 113 here, 113, that would be the equivalent of $17, $18 I suppose in silver, or maybe down here. Rolling over. So either this is going to be support again, this is a false breakdown, and whatever you like. Maybe we'll get a little bounce, maybe they'll support silver in the short term. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Or, on the whole, it's got an ugly look to it. I mean, we came up, and again, this was something that was already in there, tested this horizontal pivot exactly, enormous positive, negative reversal, anemic on the ease of movement, and now we're back under the 14s at 118.3. You got to say it's on sale. I mean, if it had a little dipperoo into here, you'd say, well, it's a buy of some kind from a sort of a point of view, but similar with silver, again, there's grounds for saying you could put buys in here. But it's got that ugly look to it. It's got that ugly look to it. Let's see if this... I'm clicking the wrong things today. See if that adds up to anything. So let's look at the dollar on the weekly. Now, this double wick retest of this horizontal level, followed by this yellow candle up here, doesn't half make it look good and strong. You know, we've come into these lows here. We've retested this buying area here. We've touched on the long-term fib. Positive divergences, bullish divergences, all over the place, all over the shop. I mean, what is there to say? Other than this looks very strong, very healthy. Unless it, you know, it can do. Of course, every this candle would have looked horrible if it's to cover this up. Oh my God! Look at this candle. Oh, it's going to die. This is always the issue with candle by candle. Because you always look at the last candle, and if it's going up, you go, whoa, it's going up. It's super strong. If it's going down, you go, fucking hell, it's going to crash and die. I mean, look at this. Seeing a candle like this. And fair enough, this is so obscene, you would have been safe selling into that, but just your ordinary candles. And look at these. For every up candle, you had a down candle. For every up candle, almost, you got a down candle. For every down candle, you got an up candle. The level of overlapping almost completely. You know. That's on a weekly. There we go on the daily. So we've more or less done the perfect back test of this channel breakdown. So if that's not it, if that's not going to put a stop to it, then probably not a lot will. Broken above this key support again. Again, that's the double wick on the weekly. Great big thrusting move. We're above the 14s. We've put in positive reversals. Yeah, I can't say it's a sell. Here's the FTSE. Look how it's been forming on this pivot, on the 2 hourly. Look at that. Look at that. What was it? What was distribution? What was distribution? Now becoming accumulation. Maybe I should have guessed in on the FTSE. Maybe that would be the right thing to do. Maybe that'd be a non-stupid thing to do now. And again, stocks being positive. But if commodities are going to dump out, I mean, there's lots of commodity stocks in the FTSE, so if commodities are going to dump out with the stronger dollar, this will be very bad for the FTSE. Not bad, but you know, it'll continue to be shit. Underperform, presumably. Yeah, so that'll be the future for me then, I think, if it all goes wrong in silver again. Moving on to the euro dollar, moving on to the S&P 500. Just buying, basically. Here's the daily on GBP USD. Now, you could say that's like a back test, but we've already been here once. And if you move it down, you know, you give yourself a bit of wiggle room, you can say, aha, you know. But I'm going to leave it where it is. If the line doesn't work, just move the line. Now look, it looks beautiful again. Just keep moving that line. So, pole flag. Unless this is going to just drip you down as well. Sort of a left shoulder, head, right shoulder kind of thing going on, and then fail us and die. Die horribly and completely. It's held up better than the other anti-dollar assets like silver and like the euro, because look, we've only just come under these lows here on the 2 hour. It's a bit less severe. It's a little bit less severe looking. Clear some of this stuff up. And again, look. I mean, this was again in my head. I was buying there. You may not believe it, but you know the number of mental trades I've been taking, where I've been like, this is where you should get in. This is where you should do this. This is where you should do that. And like in the abstract, it all goes really well. And then again, the one thing I'm trading for real, it's a disaster. So again, the daily chart had that sort of slightly pessimistic head and shoulders E look to it, but then, you know, maybe this is making an inverse head and shoulders on the 4 hour. And this will be the extreme left shoulder, this will be the extreme right shoulder. I mean, oh god, I'm going to engage in some idiot, completely incompetent, and that is a beautiful back test. I mean, in general, but sell the back test, for fuck's sake. In general, that's what you're supposed to do when you see a back test like that. You're supposed to sell it. And we've just gone into a look above this wick here, this little notch, this little notcheroo here. And it may not work out, but it's not about whether it works out or not. It's about what's the thing you're supposed to do when you see X or when you see Y. Like when you see something like this, you're supposed to sell. So I don't feel completely hopeless. But anyway, okay. So let's say, you know, we're now going to launch all the way back up to the top of this range. So silver would, you know, if the bottom of its range recently on the weekly would be again, you'd be looking at $18, $19, $20. Except this tiny move in the dollar has ruined silver completely, and it's inexplicable. Because, like, look, you know, look at yields. This is bond price is the inverse of yields, you know. Inexplicable. All the correlations broke. Anyway, like why? Why would the dollar go back to being so strong? Why? What would be the reason for that? Why would, I mean, rich people are leaving America. These millionaires and these, well, millionaires. Back when $1 million meant something. Well, it means something to me. But anyway, I'm skin. But you know, the billionaires, you know, be reading stories about how they're leaving America. They're renouncing their citizenship. They're going to live on tropical islands. They're going to live on New Zealand, and you know, They're all being jabbed to death. The American military is being given the juice, the liquid, the therapeutic liquid that maybe isn't quite so therapeutic. You know, they've not done a whole bunch to recover their economy. Like, why? Why would the dollar suddenly become super strong? Who would want all those dollars? Why? What would be... Again, and I'm not a globo strategy, macro brain person, but I've just from my own simple point of view, I can't see why. Why would you want dollars so badly? What are you going to do with them? Relative to any other asset or any other currency. So we've had our run up in bonds. Very clear negative divergences at the top. We just spike a root up this fib, and then we've dumped out again. So either we're going to find support, I think, at this channel top, or a bit further into this channel, a bit further into these lows, or we're going to revisit this fib here, or it's time. We've had like a 1-2, maybe like a really distorted 1, 2, 3, 4, or this was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC. I don't know. This could have been a corrective move, and now we're going to experience rising yields. Maybe that explains why the dollar's moving up. Maybe we're moving into a period of rising yields, and that'll make sense for dollar-denominated assets. So get into dollar-denominated assets. Again, I don't know. I literally don't know. This is why I'm just trying to trade off pure technicals. Except when I get sucked into the silver narrative, and I find it all very convincing because of the expert due diligence. And it all seem pretty bloody expert to me, you know. And maybe in the long term, maybe in 3 years, silver will be at $50, $60 an ounce, and I'll be kicking myself and saying, why did I give up on silver? That's all part of the emotional bullshit of trading. So I wouldn't be buying Bitcoin here. So again, last week when I was recording a video that in the end I didn't upload purely for myself, I speculated that this would be the fake out, and they would dump on people again, and they did. They dumped on people for 42,000 to 37,000, so 5,000 points. They dumped on people to the tune of 5,000 points. Then we formed a pennant right at this key resistance, and now we've broken up, and we've gone right up into this area here. That is, I mean, maybe you get on a lower time frame, you get some sort of pullback, you buy, but yeah. In fact, we're above here. I said the bias is the buy side. I said if we get above here, once is going to be the fake out. But we've had the pennant, the move. We could come back and test again, but I did say once we're above here, bias has got to be long. So I'm going to stick with that. So get down on your 15-minute chart and buy every down candle. Don't do that. I can't trade Bitcoin anyway, so. Yeah, it probably shows I'm feeling a bit frustrated. Look at the pound to the yen. So the pound to the yen, and this is like the move in lumber. Maybe pound yen correlates with the lumber. So we're at this key pivot here. Look where we came into. I mean, look, I do these fucking things, and look what happens, and it works. And then I'm not there. I'm not trading it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sort of crying into my tea, watching my account drain of money and silver. No, not fucking Fibonacci. Give me a box. Cumulative RSI. It's literally just RSI. Look, it's exactly the same. Why have I even got it? dear, oh dear. Let's replace that. Let's do. So it looks pretty good, doesn't it, on the pound yen? Because look at this, we've got a breakout, we've got a back test, we're coming into this high, we're pausing, you know. Probably ready to keep going up. We're probably ready to keep going, but we're pausing right on the pivot. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the inverse head and shoulders. Another one. Another one. I spotted that one as well. So yeah, it's all doom, everything's fucked. Will I learn my lesson? Who knows? Bye bye.